Captain America, dumb old world. Hey, what happened to the awkward sitcom poses? How am I supposed to be disappointed when Russell Hicks doesn't show up now? How am I supposed to know that those actors got paid more than these actors when I can't see any of their faces? But Doctor, I am Bagniacci. I guess I'd be grateful the credits were shorter if it didn't mean the film itself was probably longer. Chapter 12, Horror on the Highway, the story of merging onto the 110. He also failed to stop Lyman from getting shot, but he's constantly failing to stop unalivings. He's never failed to stop an aliving before. You told us he failed to stop it! Skip to the failure! Lionel Atwill was in actual Frankenstein movies. What is he doing here?
Captain America.
But hey, I've already been assured he fails to stop this.
How much longer will it take it to revive? Well, only a few seconds.
Clearly, Dr. Jordan from the Mummy Strike should have just used this guy's resurrection device. Should I dig up more fun facts about garlic? How do you want me to handle this? Poor Dope was actually trying to file that chair. Is this real life?
Get out of the window, Matson.
We just brought you back to life, now we're gonna throw you to your death. You know, maybe the Scarab should have a disguise when he deals with things personally. We could use the door, but if it's good enough for that guy from Clarissa Explains It All, it's good enough for you.
Pick up the machine and follow him.
I'm a little impressed by the resurrection machine, but I'm mostly impressed that it's portable. Do any of you know the combination? Wait, which episode is this? Man, guns and kicking just keep getting a rematch. The dead man dies. Welcome to the lab. Time for your stool sample. Ooh, rolling on that would probably be great for your back. Pull the lever, Kronk. Oh, they're doing the Punch and Judy show from Learn to Argue Effectively. Again, Cap escapes by escaping, but he's fine letting that other guy die. Does this add to his kill count? You decide. Well, I feel very accomplished.
A dead man has been brought back to life.
This version of Clone High sucks.
News came from the district attorney's office today.
And we're just going to take their word for it and run their report uncritically.
Scarab henchman who died yesterday was resurrected by Dr. Lyman's life-restoring machine.
This is what Higgins did before he met Magnum.
Witnesses to the actual operation, Matson was seen escaping from an electrical laboratory.
How would they know it was Matson? All the henchmen look alike.
In the midst of the wreckage of his machine.
You should be thankful, Matson. You're the only authentic case of modern times of a man who has returned from the dead.
This serial puts the lazy in Lazarus.
Too bad Lyman smashed the machine.
Every couple of episodes, they introduce a new sci-fi concept that could anchor an entire franchise, and then just casually eliminate it.
They'll slap a murder charge on him.
Oh, I don't think so. The only witness is Captain America, and he can't testify without revealing his identity. If he does that, we should be compensated for the risk we are taking.
Please explain how knowing his identity could be even remotely beneficial.
I'm taking all precautions. Our lawyer has gone to see him. He'll warn Dirk to keep silent.
Dirk won't be so daring now. Insert sitcom door entrance catchphrase here.
Did you get anything out of Dirk?
Not yet, but I will. Dirk will crack up when he's charged with murder.
Wait, he's actually doing lawyer stuff instead of wiggling Goon's shoulders?
All you can prove is that Dirk was present at the time of Dr. Lyman's death. Any smart lawyer will smash your case in no time.
Oh, come on. What lawyer would smash things in the Marvel universe?
A witness, but you can't produce him.
I probably won't need to. Dr. Lyman was abducted from his home along with his life-restoring device.
But they hid the life-restoring machine under Casper's mansion.
Now, if I can prove that Dirk was the unknown masked man who helped Matson with the abduction, I'll convict him of murder.
But you can't prove anything. Gail Richards, your assistant.
We know who Gail is. You don't need to exposit this heavily.
Positive identification of Dirk as one of the abductors. Our unsupported testimony will not be sufficient in court.
Imagine all the kids suckered into watching Captain America who instead got this low-rent LA Law.
May I use the phone?
Phone calls in this serial?
Get me Dr. Malver at the Drummond Museum.
I guess Drummond is short for dramatic irony.
Yes, Gardner. Is there something I can do for you?
I hope so.
Can you class up the proceedings with your screen presence?
One of Lyman's murderers. Now, we'll have a case against him if you can testify that he was one of Lyman's abductors.
But he was masked.
If only he sang I Want It That Way.
Miss Richards called Matson.
I understand that. But we'll put a mask on the prisoner, and there may be something, some gesture or some mannerism that you may recognize.
Yeah, every man in this town has such distinct
Now,
quirks.
could you arrange to be in my office at 2 o'clock this afternoon?
Of course. And I hope you have the right man.
It's also what he says logging onto Tinder. Have we met this guy before? Actually, I don't care.
What news, Counselor?
The district attorney is going to spring a surprise witness to identify Dirk as one of Dr. Lyman's abductors.
Cut. Hey, buddy, could you learn your lines before we start
I
rolling?
just talked with the district attorney. As a matter of fact, I am to be the surprise witness.
You?
I'm so giddy.
Excellent. That will knock that case into a cocked hat.
A cock hat?
I'll get a habeas corpus.
No, the corpus was already resurrected.
I shall identify Dirk as being one of the abductors.
Identify him. Well, you can't do that.
You can't recognize any of your own henchmen?
If he thinks he's being framed to take a murder rap, he'll tell everything he knows.
Exactly.
What?
He's become a danger to my organization.
So keep him happy.
I've devised a little plan that will take care of him and the district attorney at the same time.
But just helping him go free would prevent him from turning on you. Why can't you do anything straightforwardly?
Instructions implicitly. I'll be present when he's brought into the district attorney's office, and
And what? That's it?
Miss Richards says when Matson attacked you, tore off his mask.
And he would have gotten away with it, too.
neither of us saw the face of the other man.
The man you're about to see is wearing the same mask you took from Matson.
Did you at least wash it first?
Richards has identified him. We hope you can corroborate her testimony. All right, Davis, bring him in.
Hey, Davis! And this other guy. Pad out your serial episode with lots of glaring.
No, I'm sure this is not the one.
Quite right, Doctor. This man is one of my operatives.
You have more operatives? Why do you send Gale on every mission? So a series with George A. Lewis where a government official disguises another man as the suspect and it's not Zorro?
Your judgment influenced by your friendship for Lyman.
Of course. My opinion will be without prejudice, I assure you.
Yeah, sure you. I'd actually love it if we went through 8 more of Grant's operatives before getting to the real guy. Ooh, daddy likey.
This unquestionably is the man who looted Matson in the raid on Lyman's house.
That's a lie. You're trying to frame me.
He couldn't speak until his eyes were uncovered?
By this man under oath. Positively. That's good enough to convict. Book him for murder.
Murder? You can't do that.
On television?
Suppose I talk. What'll I get? If you'll name the Scarab, I'll accept a plea of guilty of second-degree murder.
Oh, just try me, bitch. Stop looking at each other.
All right.
The Scarab is Kaiser Soze.
Scarab was that Lyman himself.
Oh, that's preposterous.
Come up with a better lie or you're fired.
Lyman was a soul of honor. You might just as well accuse me of being the Scarab.
Dude, play it cool. I'm trying to have your back here.
By accusing a dead man?
It's true. Lyman was using his machine to bring Matson back to life.
Why did Matson kill him?
How can I tell what a man will do who's just been resurrected from the dead?
That's a fair point. Is Dirk the only smart person in this serial?
I can prove it. But I won't talk before this guy, whoever he is.
Whoever this man I've never met who definitely doesn't pay my salary is, I've never seen this ruggedly handsome fellow before in my life. And tell me where you got those masks. I want to stock up for my next party.
Now talk.
I'd give anything to cut to Steve Martin and Dead Man Don't Wear Plaid.
They're hidden in his house.
Lyman's house was thoroughly searched before it was closed up.
You didn't know the Scarab.
But you do know
There are
Jack.
secret compartments in his house that your caps could never find. Take me there and I'll show you.
I think you're lying, but I'll call you a bluff.
I think you're lying, but I'll follow you into the clear trap you've set for me. Meanwhile, in Obscuro Vision, setting up a room, the gritty reboot.
See that you don't fail this time.
Don't muck it up by dying again.
It is of no further use to us. He and Gardner must be destroyed.
Leave it to me. I'll drop them the minute they come through the door.
Not quite so quickly.
Slow your roll, Quick Beam.
Before they die, let them know that theirs is the fate of all who attempt to thwart the Scarab.
So they can spread the word after they die. Wait, maybe that's pointless. It's nice that we all wore our matching hats.
Good. I'll wait in the car.
Better hurry before the painters come back for their drop cloths. So Maldor's plan to take care of Dirk and the DA was have Dirk lead him somewhere they can be shot? Yeah, brilliant plan. Come on, let me shoot them. My foot's falling asleep. It's the Matson Show!
Good work, Matson. I know the Scarab wouldn't let me down.
Quiet, you double-crosser. When you threatened to squeal, you signed your own death warrant.
But he didn't squeal. What is going on?
You're finally going to pay the penalty for interfering with the Scarab.
So we're really learning which henchmen they should move heaven and hell to resurrect and which henchmen are okay staying dead. Also, Grant killed another guy with the blank that's used as a warning shot. I guess I'll take shooting at each other from across the room over hitting each other with chairs and stools. Hitting with the gun was more effective than shooting with the gun. This serial's stance on guns is fascinating. Live from New York! Oh, now it's curtains for the DA. That other henchman was just 10 episodes early. Boys, no roughhousing in the room that's being renovated. There's the shoulder wiggling. I knew we wouldn't go long without it. I'd love nothing more than for the furniture to come to life and turn this into the fight scene from Beauty and the Beast. Throwing a chair that's under a blanket is slightly different. Kicks and guns seem to be evenly matched in this fight. Boy, things are getting steamy between these guys. Was this whole thing Maldor's plan to get another orgy going? A stool without a blanket. We're back, baby. Boy, Matson's really got a taste for going out windows. He's escaping the Winchester Mystery House. Once again running into the Old Forest, this time going to be stopped by some barrel whites. He runs like Tom Cruise. There's no way I'm letting him sit in front. The license plate says LOL. This serial is officially laughing at me. Hurry, we've got to stop Dr. Wade from going on vacation. They drove over a quiet landmine. I've got to make it to the highway. I hear there's horror there.
Take care of anyone who follows us.
Invite them for dinner and drinks and see if one thing leads to another. It's been a while since we've had repetitive driving. It's the "you think this letter on my head stands for French" connection. The POV of Jed Clampett. Patson sticking his head out like a puppy. Yep, the Suburban Corner's back. It's hard to stretch 8 locations into 15 episodes. Driving is the best time to do a Rubik's Cube. He's both driver and shotgun. Did they just spend half a day filming 2 cars driving around in circles around the Cahuenga Pass and use it for every chase? Meanwhile, Clark Kent's clinging to the back of one of the cars. Remember when there was a self-driving truck in this serial? At least we didn't have to cut to its driver. Leaving a trail of dust like the Roadrunner. All the fast motion, it's like a really boring Monsters episode. Watch out, Christopher Lloyd spilled a vat of dip across the road. Good thing nobody else in this state is ever on the road. Blues Brothers 3000 is even more underwhelming. Come on, run over the camera and put us out of our misery. A jam-handy Ah, good. Sending a car over this cliff again. I was afraid we'd see something new. And next time, we get another skyscraper plunge. Will our second finest building be destroyed? Well, that was horror on the highway, and even by the standards of this series, what the hell? There was barely any Captain America there. There was, what, one shot of him in costume that wasn't from the cliffhanger? And it was the shot cut to make it a cliffhanger? I expect more Cap, even from this fake Cap. But you know who exceeds my expectations? My patrons. Not only do they provide financial support, but several of them joined me on Patreon live streams while I was writing jokes for this riff. If you would like to join the next live stream, even a $1 pledge gets you access, and additional pledges get you additional prizes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go change out of my uniform because apparently uniforms are something we simply don't do anymore. And until next time, this is Dave, signing off.